Howdy folks, good morning, afternoon, evening, tea time, whatever time it is in your part of the world, and welcome to the Touchpadwarrior YouTube channel. Look guys, I'm trying to make YouTube content. It's a big shocker. Today's video, we are going to be going over effective ways or efficient ways that I use personally to try to lock down one of the rarest mounts in the game, which is the Heavenly Onyx Cloud Serpent. Thing to keep in mind is that this is just chance, it's a mount. The odds are 1 in 2,500 as an average, and sadly I've known some people that are at 8,000 attempts. Your boy over here somehow got it in less than half what the average is, which is 1,087. We're gonna cop that up to luck. Maybe it's something to do with the color of the beard. I don't know. Regardless of the drop chance of it, there still are ways that you can try to boost some efficiency in obtaining it and make life a little easier on yourself if this is one of the mounts that you are seeking to get. So I'm going to go over all the things that I did to create that efficiency, and hopefully there's some tips or tricks out there that will help some of you folks watching, and that's all I want to do. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Crazy, shocking, right? So here I am right now in Vale on my character Justice. We are going to go over the first topic, which is the level requirement. Now, since pre-patch is hit for Shadowlands, you now have to be level 35 in order to obtain loot off of Shaw. And another key point on that is that you have to make sure you're not using Chromie time. So as soon as you hit 35 on a character, level 35, you need to turn off Chromie time or jump out of Chromie time, however you want to word it. So that way you're in the current playing state of the game. If you don't do that, then you will do something like I did and accidentally walk into Shaw's like, wow, he's up and nobody's killing him, and find out that you can't kill him. And he acts as if he was a boss back when Touchpadwarrior. Same difficulty. So, you have to make sure you're 35. That is important. I got up to 30 characters that were level 35 or higher. And I would sit there at Shaw every Tuesday for about 7.5 to 8 hours farming Shaw. And we'll go into those efficiency points on that and the time sink, etc. But a key thing I want to go over right now is with the Touchpadwarrior world bosses, and only with those, you can bonus roll them out. That's right. There's not really mounts that you can bonus roll in the game, except for Shaw, Galleon, Dasta, and Nalik. You can bonus roll those. Now, seeing that we're seeking after the Heavenly Onyx Cloud Serpent, you can use the Elder Charms of Good Fortune, which I made sure to wipe this character of any that he had, so I can show you guys the efficiency of farming them. Typically, the way to farm these things up before was actually going down to the Timeless Isle over here and farming a crap ton of frogs for hours on end. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, I'll just go do that method. That's fine. I'll easily one-shot those frogs. Everybody else is doing that too. So there has to be a way around that, right? And, you know, I have to collect 50 of these lesser ones so you can make one good one. We're not doing any of that. No. Instead, what you can actually do is go all the way up to here, Isle of Thunder, and there are some trove chests that you can click on. And I'll show you like the route that I typically would do my world boss tour, which is going around killing the boss in Benaria and looting those chests. I'm going to go over that. To get there, though, one of the key things that I was taught really early in World of Warcraft was anything that can give you travel quicker will help you boost your efficiency and time spent in the game. I'm older now. I'm 28 years old. I've been playing this game for 15 years. Anything that can help me with the time that I have allotted to play the game to be more efficient, I'm going to go after. So, in those years that I've been playing, I made sure to pick up any quick teleportation item or miscellaneous gadget that will help me get from point A to point B quicker so I can spend more time actively playing the game and achieving those goals that I have. So, this is a little bit of a niche one, but if you did go obtain challenge modes, or complete challenge modes in Touchpadwarrior, guess what? You got this thing, right? The Challenger's Path. You get to use this now. It was completely useless like after MOP ended, now it's useful. At least once a week on each character that you actually complete challenge modes on. So you can actually use this teleport that will port you to Siege and Zhao. These are an 8-hour cooldown and it is shared. It just ports you to any of the dungeons that you did. At least on, I believe it was gold. You had to get your portals. I might have changed it. It's been a long time. But this is a quick way to do it. So if you are a veteran player, you completed challenge modes in a character, that is what I use on a lot of mine. Seeing that I completed challenge modes every class you could. So I use that path of the Black Ox and port my happy butt over there, which will drop you right here, fly over here, and then you take your teleport. Easy peasy. Here's the thing. You can't get that anymore. So there has to be another way, right? Justice? There has to be another way that could be more efficient. The answer is kind of. If you happen to be one of those weird individuals that likes engineering and has been too stubborn to change that profession, guess what? Also a time to be useful. Or, more so, if you have a level 35 character, at least, and you don't care what profession they're on, they're just a character to farm miscellaneous nonsense on, guess what? You should pick up engineering. Because there is this, the wormhole generator for Pandaria. Engineering transporters work in 2 different ways. Or 3 different ways. Either they set you to a precise location, they can set you to a choice of locations, or a random location. For the precise location or choosing a location, like how you have the Northern one, you can choose which area you want to plant yourself in. Those are a 4-hour cooldown. With the wormhole generator for Pandaria, it's only a 15-minute cooldown. But here's the trick. And maybe on a shorter cooldown, you don't get to choose where you go. Now, you can lug out being closer to closer to Nalik. Or you can end up being all the way down here and in Crossroad Wilds, as you just saw. Which you could just use that time to go kill Galleon. Easy peasy. You can drop in Jade Forest, you can go to Valley of the Four Winds, you can go to Crossroad Wilds. Vale, Kunlai, in 2 locations. Actually, it can drop you right up here north towards Indasta. There's 2 drops in Dread Waste, and there's a drop, I believe, in Townlong. Yeah, right over here. So, that's why I say it's efficient to a point, because 15-minute cooldown, you can make use out of that if you're doing a World Boss Tour, or if you just like, hey, like, I want to quick go to Pandaria. Having something to reduce that time can really help you out. We are going to use our challenge board portal, because we didn't luck out, fortunately, to get over to there. So, I'm just going to open up my spellbook. Realize that, wow, there's cranes over here. That's interesting. Seen that in a while. Oop. That's kind of... So, in case you haven't, and you will have not, level up a character when you level up a character to 35, you are going to have to do this brief intro quest. I'll show you the 2 locations. There's one for Horde and one for Alliance. They're very close to each other. Don't worry. Not too big of a difference. The Horde one is right over here. This little hut that I'm heading to. There's a Silver Moon banner. You'll talk to this lady over here. She'll give you a quest, and you'll go on a little RP flight path all the way up to Thorn of Thunder. Don't worry. After that initial intro quest, you don't have to do anything. So, all easy peasy from there. You're on the Isle. You can start doing your thing. If you are Alliance, however, big shocker, you have to go to this tent that's slightly blue. You have to go over here, and you'll talk to another NPC. Same thing. So we're going to take that portal, and we're going to go over the path that I personally use for collecting these treasure chests. Now, these treasure chests, we'll go through it. Now, these treasure chests, they can have a chance of obtaining 0 to about 9 bonus roll tokens. You will see 0, and you will sometimes, very rarely, see 9, and any variant in between. The additional feature into those is that you will at least get a box, and in that box, so it's a box in a box, haha, surprise, will obtain at least 1 to 3. So you have potential of looting 12 bonus roll tokens out of 1 chest. And if you have a character camped over there at Shaw, like I still do because I haven't fixed them to go to Galleon yet, they're cool for the next 10, 12 weeks, right? theoretically, you'd want to come here like once every 2 months. That'd be decent, right? So just get 8 bonus rolls. Easy enough. Okay. Literally have never seen that happen. All right. There's still things happening over on Throne of Thunder. That's cool to see. So what I would typically do, come on down here. This is the first part that I go through. There's usually a treasure chest right over yonder. We're going to tuck into the right. And there you go. Right there. Easy peasy. So they're called Trove of the Thunder King. You just right click that. Boom. We got 0 out of that. However, we did get that box. And that box, we looted 3. So now we already are up to 3. That's decent. So you're at least good for 3 weeks. That's not enough. I want to reduce how much time I'm spending traveling back here on those low B35 characters and make sure that that character is good for a good while. So there's another chest that spawns right in here. I passed by it already out of old habit. And there are quite a few over in this section. Right south of Nollik, right in this little square. Venture up. One can spawn right over here, in between these 2 huts. Another one that I typically end up finding is in here, as it looks like somebody already comes through here. There would be one in this back left corner. If you are level 35, I should mention to you, these guys will kill you. There are 37 for me, I'm level 50. You have to be a little bit careful when going about the Isle of Thunder if you are a level 35 character. There's always just here, except for right now. Surprise. The Throne of Thunder is a typical farming spot for gold makers, so you will have difficulties with finding some chests. There's sometimes a chest over here. I typically try to go for 2 to 3, and then I would end up going to kill Nollik. Chest can spawn right over here and here. And another one can spawn right in here, this hut. There's also an option right here. There's a chest on these 2 walls. And I loop back around and in to here. Sometimes there's a chest right there. And there's a little bit of weird phasing that happens. Code would tuck to the right over. And there's sometimes a chest right next to these 2 dudes. And a chest all the way at the end at this hut. Those are your options. Now, there are actually way more treasure troves littered throughout the entire isle. However, as far as efficiency's sake and what I've personally experienced, I'll be over here. I haven't had any luck with finding a chest or down here in south or in the midsection, even though if you look on Wowhead, you will find that there are at least like 36 to 40 plots for where these things could spawn. I've been told by a friend that also one could be in here, but I've never actually checked it myself, so we're gonna check that out together. Puzzle maze. See it. Lied to me. But that's the typical route that I go. There's only 2 more spots that you'd actually want to go find one. This little portal. Go here. I wonder how many people are walking by and they're like, oh, this guy's just flexing. There he. Sometimes there'll be one right in these 2 huts. I feel like it's more important to actually go through the path myself to show you guys instead of showing you just a plot map. Here, look at Wellhead, you can find them. This has been the efficient path that I've picked over my 1,000 attempts to do so, because it lands me at Nollik after my quick little search. I can also see in the chat window if he happened to yell. Nollik also has a 10 to 20 minute spawn timer, so it gives me a rough idea of how long I'm going to have to wait for him. And you can just rinse and repeat through that motion. Because when you end right here in the circle, you can plot back in to checking out for those troves. So anywhere from 0 to 9 is what you obtain, and then anywhere from 1, 2, 3 out of your boxes. So we did at least get 3. And I tell you what, that's way more efficient than trying to wait and farm some frogs up. They will have heavy, heavy competition for, because a lot of people don't know about this trick, and they just spend their time trying to kill frogs to get bonus rolls, which can not really incentivize you to continue trying to farm a Shaw. Now, the next thing I wanted to go over was Shaw's spawn timer. So, as I brought up briefly here and there throughout this video, Shaw has a 10 to 20 minute spawn timer. What does that mean, Justice? Well, what that means is, as soon as he dies right here, it will start a 10-minute timer. It can spawn as soon as 10 minutes hits, or it can spawn at 14 minutes and 15 seconds, or you can spawn at the 20-minute mark. That is a very long spawn timer to wait around for. And trust me, I've tried to submit many suggestions to Blizzard saying, hey, can we get a 5-minute spawn timer? I don't think it's going to happen. So, what can you do, anything within your control, to help reduce the amount of time, potentially, that you would end up waiting at Shaw? What I personally do, and this is also a suggestion to me, was with a lot of your characters being on the same realm, you can toggle them between having war mode on or off. The chances are that if you're on the same realm with all your characters, as most of mine are on Deathrock or Illidan, when you log into the next character, it's going to be on the same shard. So you're going to land your kill, you're going to log off, switch characters. If you toggle those characters with having war mode on or off, instead of like auto resetting to potentially another 20-minute spawn timer, you could log in to have them spawn sooner, even right away, as I've sometimes experienced. Because being on different shards with war mode on or off, you can at least help eliminate some time. If you're looking at your projected being 20 minutes default, the odds are with that 10 to 20 that you could log back in on a character that was war mode on, and you could see him spawn quicker. So that way you can help reduce that built up time that you're consuming waiting around looking at his dead body, hoping to see some vents. Now, on like more serious note, you can't really force the spawn timer to happen, right? You gotta find something to fill up your time. Honestly, for me, I'm getting older. I have things to take care of around the house, as I'm sure you do. What I personally do is like take care of like my chinchilla's cage, clean that out. I'll fold laundry in this room where my computer is, so I can watch spawn timers while I'm doing something effective or efficient, at least in my real life. Maybe not potentially in game, but in real life. I'm using that allotted farming time to still be efficient. So, technically that's a boost of efficiency if I can do some water changes on some fish tanks at the same time while waiting around for these spawns. Or you could always check out Twitch streamers. Hint, hint. And here is the best tip of all. Be patient. As I said before, this is a 1 in 2,500 chance mount. It's a lot. So you're projected to see it happen, hopefully, within 2,500 attempts. Well, that's not how rare drops work. Every time you kill this guy, he is going to have a 1 in 2,500 chance dropping it. Just the more shots you take, the more chances you may have it. That's it. That's the theory of it. So, be patient. It's going to take a lot of time. Something you really want to hunt after, looking at something to do somewhat effectively in game for farming while you're doing something in real life, this might be up your alley. Or if you just really want them out, then by all means, get 30 characters and sit there at Shaw for 7 to 8 hours a week. That's right, that's what I did. Anywho, I would like to give a quick shout out to our sponsor of this video. Hi, this is my announcer voice. The sponsor of this video is my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Touchpadwarrior. You guys have shown me so much love, generosity, and support over the time that I've been streaming over there. We stream 6 days a week from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you can, pop over sometime. It takes 2 seconds. Drop a follow. Maybe pop in chat. We like to farm a lot of mounts. Obviously, we have 610 of them. And I personally drink a lot of whiskey. It's my chill time. So I hope to see you all over there sometime. And if you liked this video, I hope you did. That's about it. I'm doing this all freestyle. Hi, I don't make YouTube content. And that's it. Those are like the tips and tricks that I could hopefully get you guys. Maybe learn something new. Maybe you didn't. hopefully you did. If you guys liked the video and you want to see some more stuff like this, hit the like button. And if you'd obviously like to continue watching content like this, hit the subscribe. It's a button. You click it. Subscribe to the channel. I might actually produce more content on here. Gotta hope so. If there's a mount you guys would like me to go over, and you like this kind of video, feel free to put in the comments below. Maybe there's a mount you're really trying to hunt, and you think there might be some kind of way you could adjust it and make it a little bit more efficient, less time consuming. Drop it in the comments below, and then that could be a video that we do in the future. With that, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate the love and support. If you guys would like to, you can always follow me on Twitch. Just hit that follow button right there. Look at that cool animation. Looks sick, right? Looks professional. Professional content creator over here. Majority of my content's right here on Instagram. And I also started to dabble in doing Twitter. Follow me on those socials. There's not one for YouTube. Sorry. We'll get on that. I promise. Hold me to it. Have a great day, guys. Make every day absolutely legendary. Heavenly. That's going to favorite. Boom. There we go. This would deem legendary. Right? We already had one in queue. We good? Got it. Ooh, goddamn babes. Now all these fuckers are sitting here like, oh, you got it so much. Bitch, I got it today. What the fuck you talk about? Notice me sometime. I see you, babes. Love you. Alright. Yeah, wife's in chat. She's also playing Valhalla. Wait, now is the time Justice shall challenge Asmongold, and 10 of you voted yes, and nobody voted no. Glad nobody voted no. They feel terrible. Might have second guessed it. How dare you? I'm so tempted to. Jesus. Alright. You guys ready? So, this has to be a very guttural legendary. Very guttural. It has to be very deep. To reach down into my stomach and like grab my diaphragm. Do it from the balls? Alright. Very noteworthy legendary. Hi, it's November. This is a very noteworthy legendary. Y'all are ready? I'm not sure if it picked up on the microphone. Melissa did in the background. Alright. Legendary! There we go. Beautiful. Let's spin some fucking wheels. Let's take a goddamn king shot.